Hello, my Patriot and militia friends! Good buddy Mr. Rashbone's back with you again today. And today I've got a very interesting episode to talk to you about. But first, I need to clear up a little confusion that seems to have been making its way through the gossip channels here on YouTube. Many of you have been very worried about Mr. Rashbone, asking, Mr. Rashbone, have you been taken hostage by the Illuminati, or were you captured by UFO people, or stabbed by lizard people? And it made me very worried about you for being so afraid for my safety, so I figured I'd best come on and let you know that I'm just fine. I was not captured by the Illuminati, I was not abducted by aliens, and I was not stabbed to death by lizard people. I was, however, captured by the police. They said that I was impersonating bastards. And I was like, wait a minute, Mr. Rashbone never impersonates bastards. But they said they had overwhelming evidence that I had been doing that, and they were going to take me downtown and book me. So one of the officers put these handcuffs on me, and I was so damned angry that before he could put the second one on, I ran off into the distance as quickly as possible, bounding from hill to hill and tree to tree. The only reason I escaped was because of my cat-like skills that I have. This is another reason why all of my militia and patriot friends should be out there exercising and making sure that their muscles are all toned up so they can have cat-like skills as well, and they could escape bad people. Anyway, the officers chased me, and they were running after me. I could hear them breathing behind me, but I was running so quickly that I very quickly outmaneuvered them and escaped into the evening hours. Now, Mr. Rashbone is a little bit fearful that I may be brought up on a theft charge because I never gave them back their handcuffs. But Mr. Rashbone is laying low in his bunker in an undisclosed area, so I think I'm pretty safe. Let me get these handcuffs off because they're just bothering my poor wrist. As some of you might have known, Mr. Rashbone is an amateur locksmith student, and I should have this cuff off in no time flat, so give me a moment. Well, look at that. The chains that bound me have now freed me, and I am no longer a slave to the state. So anyway, I just wanted to let you all know that I'm doing fine. Had a little excitement with the police, but other than that, everything is just fine. But today, I thought that the video that I would do would be all about the police and you. Now, unfortunately, the police don't seem to like militia people and patriot members very much. Oftentimes you could hear them talking about while they're chomping on their donuts, and they'll say something like, oh, those militia people are bastards, and they're going to cause problems, or we're going to have to go arrest all of them and put them in prison under false pretenses because they're just bastards. Or they might say, the patriot movement people are completely insane, and they're going to run out of the cracks and crevices with swords and batons and beat our heads in when we're patrolling the streets in the evening. We have to go get them. We have to stomp on their heads and throw them in FEMA death camp clown cars and zoom them off to the FEMA camp so they won't cause any more trouble for us. So, knowing that the police feel this way about you and I, we need to find better ways of handling them when they come to get us in the middle of the night. Now, first off, if a policeman comes to your door in the middle of the evening hours and knocks on your door and says, is so-and-so home? The first thing you do is you say, no, they aren't here, and then you don't open the door. Because the moment you open your door, the police, those sneaky, sneaky police, will battering ram your door in, and you go flying back into your living room onto your couch, and you'll be laying there like this as the stormtroopers run in, and they grab you by your balls and scream at you and say, you're coming with us or we're going to tear your balls off. As some some of you know, I've had my balls grabbed before and kind of pulled on, and it's a very painful thing. So once they do that to you, you are completely useless and you are completely under their control. So never let the police grab your balls and tug on them. Otherwise you'll be in deep trouble. And you'll be singing sad tunes in a jail cell filled with lots of scary, mean-looking people that want to stick things in your buttocks. Now, for those of you that like having things stuck in your buttocks, it may not be all that bad. But the food in jail is horrible. Usually they feed you bread and water, and sometimes something that looks like meat, but it's really not meat. It's like a soybean mixture of goo that looks like something that you might want to eat until you stuff it in your mouth and then you find out that you don't want to eat it because it tastes like crap. And again, now, if you enjoy eating your own fecal matter, then again, you might enjoy it in jail. Now, what else can you do to stay away from the police when they're patrolling in their cars down the street looking for bastards like you and I? Well, don't walk on the sidewalks anymore. Learn to climb trees and jump from tree limb to tree limb down the sidewalk. And get to work or to your shopping area that way. Carry a piece of rope with you with a grappling hook on it, so the trees that are far away you can just throw your rope into and then swing over there, and then drop down and be all invisible to the police on the ground in their little cars. Now, what happens if you fall out of a tree right in front of a squad car? Well, my friends, act like you're very, very ill and do your best to throw up on the police car and then run off into the distance. And while the policeman is cleaning the puke from his car, you will have time to escape into the wilderness and build a campfire far, far away so you can stay warm while you're hiding from them. It's a very good tactic. Another good tactic to stay on the good side of the policeman is to become a policeman yourself. Get into their little group and say, oh yes, I love donuts and coffee. I like to eat them every day because I'm a policeman just like you. And sooner or later you'll become a very good friend of all the policemen. And they'll say that you're a very nice person and you would never be a militia, a patriot member. And then you can scamper about without fear from the police. And if you do get pulled over, you can just pull out your badge and say, listen man, I'm not a militia and patriot member, I'm a policeman just like you, so you can't bother me because there's an unwritten law that says that policemen don't arrest other policemen. And then that guy will say, well, you're right, I can't arrest you, and he might ask you for the secret hand signal, and all you have to do is go like this, and he'll laugh, and he'll drive off in his patrol car. Because there is no secret handshake or signal. Never forget that. So my friends, I hope these tips were helpful to you. I have to go now and put some lotion on my poor wrist. Those damned handcuffs are very, very uncomfortable. Mr. Rashbone doesn't like having chains wrapped around him. Mr. Rashbone needs to be free. And the only way to be free, my friends, is to grab your rifle and run out into the street and declare your patriot member status to the universe. Or something like that. So my friends, just wanted to let you know that I'm okay. Everything is good. And if you see any policemen, don't let them know that I've been talking to you because they might still be looking for me. Have a wonderful evening, and I shall talk to you very, very soon. God save the Republic!